a couple of things you have to do to this. If you'll notice, the tank is kind of at an angle. You know, it just sits crooked there. We have a cure for that. And this particular tank has a gusset that flares up pretty high. We've already cut it off on this one, and I'll show you pictures of us doing that. Very easy thing to do to kind of just trim this out. It's not going to hurt anything, weaken anything, you know, cause any problems with the tank in the future. But we're just going to take that little hump that's formed in here out of there, straighten the tank, and then we need to just lower this. Now this is attached with kind of a double bolt bracket, which is very easy to get to, very easy to remove, and we'll show you just how to lower this so that to prepare for the new cover. So we're just going to go ahead and take this back off. What we're going to do is just unbolt the tank. Let's just get it off its bracket. We've already trimmed it here, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do to straighten this out, to kind of roll this so that this is more level. Not sure why they put it in crooked like that, but we've got the cure. So we're just going to go ahead and take these bolts out. Already loosened them all. We're also going to take out these bolts here on the side. There's 2 flange bolts from the factory. Now, once you have these 2 bolts or nuts removed, these bolts here, these aren't 2 separate bolts. It's kind of like a U-shaped bracket. And what you're going to need to do is pry it from the bracket for the dryer. We'll do that up on top. Okay, and that's what this looks like. This is set into the dryer bracket through those little grommets. You see them down there? This is kind of pressed in through those. So what we just did was to take our screwdriver and just kind of separate them, and you won't be using that again. Leave this loose for a second because it helps you can get to these bolts a little easier. These nuts, rather. Okay, for your kit, it's going to come to you with this 1/2-inch spacer and a couple of washers. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this in just like that over this bottom bolt. And what that's going to do is going to force the whole tank to sit more level. So we'll just pull this off like so. Set our spacer in there. And just kind of put it back. See, now that allows the tank to be more level, so when your cap goes on there, you know, it's not crooked. I'm just gonna put this back together. Ratchet wrench kind of works real good. It's not really that much room for a ratchet, a regular ratchet, so this tool is excellent. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is lower this dryer. Very easy to do. Because the piping, the aluminum piping that leads up to the dryer is so long and aluminum, it allows you to actually just push this down. And what you're going to do is push this top hole down to the bottom hole, like so. Then, the kit's going to come with a replacement nut, a little wing nut assembly. And what you're going to do is just kind of set that in so that it goes to the bottom hole, just like that. You're looking to see we removed, that's where this hole was. Now it just goes down just that little bit. So it's not going to hurt anything. You're not going to snap any pipes or AC lines or anything like that. That's about all you have to do to modify that. Now it drops this below and allows us to install our tank cover. We've already cut this gusset. We're going to have to remove the prop bar for the hood. by the way, you can do this without pulling the hood. However, it's way easier to just take the hood off. The hood is not a very difficult thing to do. When you pull it off, you're just going to mark where your nuts, your bolts were, and you pull the hood. Makes life a lot easier. So now that we've got this all cleared out, this is kind of a neat little gadget. It's still in development, but basically this is exactly what you're going to receive. Kind of take this out. Not to touch it. Take the water cap out. Now that we've made these preparations, you're just going to slide this down, kind of manipulate it over the locations. And what holds this panel in is the actual bar that runs across that we're going to put back in. That's what's going to hold this guy tight. We may add a little bracket here, but pretty much that's how this works. Hold this into position and tighten this up. That is what's going to hold us in place. So pull your liner off, set your cap. We have a decorative cap that comes with this kit. It covers this, and this. Your kit's going to come with 3 covers. Standard water tank cover is going to have a piece of Velcro inside here, which you'll stick to this, and that makes a nice finished cap for that. And our little valve, we have a nice little cover for that, and our AC line, we have a nice little cover for it. So that's how you put in that Prowler water tank cover.